Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm joined by Igor today, very special guest, and really just wanted to use this client interview as an opportunity for Igor to talk about his story when it comes to making money online and the recent success that he's seen. Also, what he thinks about appointment setting and how he kind of found it, and then what he thinks about the program and kind of working with me as one of my one-on-one students so far. Igor, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. So, first, just kind of give the audience like a rundown. So, where were you at before, like ever even finding appointment setting? Like, what business models did you look into, and kind of give us like the timeline of that?
Sure. So basically, my making money online journey, as to say, begins 2 years ago. I think I realized that if I continue down the university and college route, I'm not gonna end up where I want to be.
Yep.
So I started to look at all different ways I can make money online. And the first business model I tried was dropshipping, basically. Um, I thought it would be easy. I paid like a course. I think it was $300 at the time, and uh, I I found a product and I launched the ads, and I think I burned like $100 on ads, and I didn't get any sales.
Yeah.
So I kind of failed at that. Then I was basically doing nothing for a couple of months, and then I stumbled across SMMA. The same thing basically as drop shipping. I burned like $200 on ads, got maybe two sales calls, closed zero, and that was when I realized that it is going to be much harder to make money online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it. So then, after doing a little bit of SMMA and not closing those two deals, I'm sure you understood how it could work, but maybe you just weren't ready for it yet.
yeah, for
What
sure.
what
Like,
what
mhm.
led you into doing appointment setting ultimately?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So like every business model can work, but I realized that with drop shipping and with SMMA, you need to understand certain types of things. So, for example, with SMMA, you need to know marketing and you need to know sales, you need to know delivery, the ads, all those different things. With dropshipping, the same thing. Product market research, logistics, you need to have capital. And I realized that I need to start with something much simpler so I can stack up the skills, if that makes
Yep.
sense, and then open up my own business in the future. So I started with appointment setting because I realized that appointment setting is literally the easiest thing you can do to make money online.
Literally.
So
You just
yeah,
learn the skill and then get on an offer and start making money. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
So
And so you ended up starting appointment setting, but I actually want to talk a little bit before that. Did you do or did you try any appointment setting before finding like me and my channel?
I knew about appointment setting, but I was looking for like a course that can teach me about appointment setting, that can get me the connections and all of the
Sure.
things like that. So I knew about appointment setting, but I wasn't in any position or anything like that.
Got it. Got it. And so you found me on YouTube, right?
Yeah, basically scrolling YouTube.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, and then I think you started working with me around early August. So that's kind of when you made the commitment to start doing
Yeah.
appointment setting. How was your journey kind of just obviously I know, but for the audience, how was your journey like working with me one on one inside of the program?
Yeah, sure. So it's been great. The first couple of months, I was basically doing outreach, going on interviews. I think I was booking like one or two interviews per week,
Mhm,
which is solid.
mhm.
I was sending out 100 messages per day, and I uh, I was getting positions, but they weren't that good. Like they weren't running ads. It was mostly outreach.
Yeah,
So the person I've been working with, they can be running ads. The first proper position that I got was basically with Ethan. You connected
yep,
me with Ethan. He's like a fitness coach, and he was running ads at the time. And I jumped on an interview and got the position. So that was the first proper position that I got, and that was in late November.
yeah, yeah. So just for the audience, who doesn't know, inside of my one-on-one
Yeah,
coaching program, I teach you guys how to do outreach because if you ever need to make money or need to get a position, I want you to know how to at least be able to do it. But I also give job opportunities. And so you
of
were doing
course.
a little bit of outreach, you were getting on interviews, you worked inside of a couple of positions, but then um, one of the job opportunities I presented was with my boy Ethan, and you jumped on that right away and landed the offer with him. So that's
Yeah,
sick, bro. And so what type of results have you seen working with Ethan so far? Kind of give the audience a rundown.
yeah, for sure. So I started working with him mid to late November. Um, I earned off of commissions in November, maybe $700. In December, 2K, and in January we just did. Uh, I made 4K off of commissions in January,
Dang.
and now it's 21st February. We are at uh, 36,000 cash collected, so that's 30,600 for me so far, and we are
Yeah.
shooting for 5K
So
off of commissions for
you're
me.
already basically at 4K again, which is what you
Yeah,
did in January, but then there's, 9 days left. So
yeah, yeah. It's been crazy.
that's sick. And you were talking with Ethan too, and he kind of gave you like a roadmap for the future too, which I think is cool too, like of how you can get to 10K. Kind of like
Yeah,
walk the audience through that.
yeah, for sure. So it's just scaling with the paid ads and me doing more work inside of the DMs, of course, and of course some incentives if we get to a certain K to a certain cash collected. My commission bumps up basically.
Yeah,
So if we get to 50K, my commission becomes 11%. So with those kind of things, it's easier for me to make much more money and to be more hungrier, as to say.
yeah. And so is the goal for you like is the goal making 10K per month? Is that the main thing you're shooting for now?
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely want to scale appointment setting to 10K, then maybe go into closing, get to 20, 30K there, and then in the future, of course, learn some more skills and open up my own business
Yeah.
eventually.
You gonna go back to SMMA or are you gonna do something else?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know, but I found that it will be so much easier when I finish that, I'll have the connections, I'll have the capital, I'll
Yeah,
have all the skills basically I need to succeed in running my own business.
100%, bro. And that's what's so awesome about this stuff. So, dude,
Yeah,
you've been crushing it, and it's been super exciting for me to just see watching you, post the wins and stuff like that. Um, what what about appointment setting or just through your journey so far do you think has been the thing you've struggled most with? Like obviously there's been a lot of good things. You've made good money, especially as of lately, but what's been like the hardest part so far?
yeah, for sure. So the hardest part was definitely not sounding robotic in the conversations, actually acknowledging. Um, and yeah, I think that's key actually, because in the beginning I was getting so much people asking me if this was AI or and things like that. And when I proved that part, like my calls booking per week just jumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's so funny to me because I get comments on YouTube and people ask me questions about like, hey, is AI ever gonna replace appointment setters? Which honestly, there might be a world like 10 years from now where that could happen.
yeah, definitely.
Um, but you're finding, as you're seeing in the DMs right now, when you're able to overcome that objection or that concern that people have, they're probably much more likely to buy because they know that they're talking to a real human being. Or is that the case, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. So I think that right now AI is not really capable of sounding fully human,
Yeah,
but down the line, in a couple of years, I think that will be the case. And I think the point setting will get replaced by AI in the future, but right now it's far from the truth.
yeah,
So
plenty of
yeah,
time. So you
Yeah.
gotta get started now.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Um, and what about the program with what I help with and things like that inside of the one-on-one group? What has helped you, or what parts of it has helped you the most?
Yeah, yeah. So of course the videos breaking down everything. That's first the most important thing actually. And then the coaching calls, where we can basically ask you any types of questions we have about appointment setting and all the things in general.
Yeah,
And the third, the all of the connections I got, all the people in the community, the connection with Ethan, it's been super helpful so far.
love it, love it, love it. And so you went from somebody who actually lost money on a couple businesses to
Yeah,
now you're doing quite well for yourself. How has your like mentality or your perspective around like money and life changed over the past few months, if at all? Like,
yeah, yeah.
do you see money differently now?
Yeah, for sure. Because it's crazy how fast you can progress at this game. Like I was making basically $0 a month in the beginning of November, and now I'm doing 5K, which is crazy, especially considering that I live in Serbia and the average salary here is like $1,000. So
Dang. So you're
yeah,
doing like
which is
five, 4 or 5 times
yeah,
the average salary right now.
basically, basically yes.
Jeez, that's so sick. So,
Yeah.
so what are you gonna do with the money? Because obviously that's a lot of money compared to the people around you. Like, what's your plan?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, uh, why I got into making money online in the first place. So traveling, becoming financially independent, location independent. So that's these are the main reasons why I started this in the first place.
That's sick, bro. That's sick.
Yeah,
Well, I've been super happy seeing your success, and I think you're going to keep crushing it. I mean, I think you have the right mentality, which is the hardest part for a lot of people. So I think that's going to take you a long way. And just a final question for you,
yeah,
for this kind of interview here, like if if you if you were able to have a conversation with your old self, maybe yourself from like a year or two ago, or maybe there's somebody watching this video right now who might be thinking about doing appointment setting, but they're not sure. Maybe they're looking at some other business models and maybe they're even thinking of working with me one on one, but they're a little hesitant. What would you say to somebody like that?
yeah, for sure. So I'd say to them that the appointment setting is literally the easiest thing you can do to make money online. And if you want to do that with the appointment setting, I mean, you'll get the connections, you'll get the basic skills that you need in order to later on excel and open up your own business in the future. So I'll tell them that.
Yeah, bro, 100%. Well, thank you so much. And for anybody watching this video who is inspired by Igor's story and maybe also wants to get into appointment setting themselves, maybe they've been looking into ways to make money online, but a little confused or lost. I run a one-on-one coaching program where I help young men through this exact same thing that Igor has gone through. So if you're interested in that, there's a way to book a call with myself in the link in the description. But other than that, you guys take care. Igor, thank you so much for jumping on, man, and have a great rest of your day.